Amazing, amazing. Welcome everybody. We're just going to be doing a walkthrough of Manifold Studio today. So we're going to be going through contract deployment and how to create a claim page, and we've got some pretty fun surprises for everyone. So to kind of start things off, we have Mungi and NeonGlitch86 over here. And it'd be great to do a round of intros. I'll kick things off. So my name is Lyndon. I work on the creator success and partnership side at Manifold. I like to work with a lot of creators, helping creators get started, trying to help creators figure out where they want to go and if they're running into some issues. All in all, just trying to be a helpful person and what. Yeah, Mungi.
I'm Mungi. I work at oncyber, do a little bit of everything, have a lot of fun, get to work with awesome people like Lyndon and NeonGlitch, and like truly just get to have fun and get inspired by the creator ecosystem that we're in. So many friends here, so excited to chat with Lyndon and Neon and take you all through some fun stuff.
Cool, and Neon.
Yeah, hey, yeah, I'm NeonGlitch. I like they said, I just try to have fun too. I'm a 3D artist. I do a lot of crazy like VRMs and try to build some spaces when I have time. But yeah, mostly I've just been diving into the VRM stuff lately, and yeah, I've been working, a lot with oncyber for over. I mean, it's been a while now, over the past year when I first got reached out from Ryan, but. Yeah, we're hopefully we can show some stuff today, and people, if you've never used Manifold before, this should be like a good intro and how to create a contract and make your first piece.
Okay, amazing. I mean, before we get started with the contract creation, yeah, I'd love to hear a little bit more about yourself. I mean, even before the NFTs, what was your creative background like? How'd you get started just creating?
Yeah, well, I've been a game developer for like the past decade. I've just been working in game studios and doing 3D artwork, mostly environment stuff. But yeah, I think about 2 years ago is when I got into like the NFT space and started building. I started out building metaverse spaces, and then slowly just kind of been doing both, like getting into the VRM stuff, and yeah, it's just so much fun. Like I actively am still I still work full time in the game industry, so like all my Web3 stuff is after hours, but it's so much fun for me to create this stuff.
Wow.
I can just make like whatever I want, and yeah, it's awesome. So
Amazing. Do you remember what that first moment was like? What kind of got you into NFTs like 2 years ago?
yeah, I mean, well, it started after like all the crazy hype, like all the Beeple sale and stuff. That's like when I started paying attention, and it got kind of to like the mass media of like, oh yeah, NFTs, and I didn't know what they were before, like prior to that. But yeah, I just started like getting into it, like making some of my own NFTs on like different blockchains and stuff. But it was probably like a year later, and then I started building like actual metaverse spaces, because it just translated over well to like what I do in my day-to-day job, like using game engines like Unreal and Unity and stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, it feels like a really natural progression if you're going from game building to kind of designing 3D spaces and characters.
for sure, yeah, it's like a very easy to transfer over to. It's like all the same stuff.
So oncyber just made sense to you, right?
Yeah, well, actually, I haven't built this space in oncyber yet, but I've mostly just been doing the VRM stuff. But
Got it.
I do, yeah, like I've past spaces I built have been in Unity, and I've kind of like recently just switched my workflow over to just doing like GLB stuff, and so I can kind of put it in like on multiple platforms, so it's not just locked on one. And yeah, so like kind of on the other side, like the Griff District thing that's over here, I've been building that out as like modeling that out in Blender, and I'm just gonna have like a final GLB at the end, and just I'll be able to populate it on different platforms, so you can visit it on whatever one you want.
So cool. Okay, so I mean yeah, it's pretty awesome to hear your story. I guess we can hop into just getting our contract started. curious, has anyone created a manifold contract here? Maybe give a dance or a wave if you have. Sure.
So huge. So huge.
Okay, cool. Let's jump into it then. Okay, so Neon, it looks like you created a new account.
Yeah, this is a fresh new account, new wallet and everything. So if it's your first time, it should look pretty similar to this.
Okay, amazing. So I guess it'd be helpful if I, for anyone who's not super aware of the, familiar with the idea of contract, but basically smart contract is a small computer program. It runs on the blockchain through the ETH network. And the benefit of something like this is that it's all open and transparent. And the benefit of you having your own contract is that initially creators were using platforms to mint tokens, and it was the platforms that own these contracts. Or that own these tokens. So with a platform like Manifold, you get to tell your own story as a creator. You get to own your own keys to your own minting factory, and you kind of have your own superpower to publish your own work. The cool thing about Manifold Studio is that we allow for extended functionality. So there's a lot of unique mechanics for minting and burning your tokens. And the first step to getting all that started is deploying your own contract. So let's go ahead and create our first contract. So for anyone, Neon is actually sharing his screen right now, so we're going to be watching Neon go through this entire process. So let's get going. Cool. So hopefully everyone can see this all right, but there's basically 4 components required when you're creating your contract. So the first is this title. Typically, this is the artist name or the name of a collection. I'll let you fill in something here.
I think we should get some audience participation for this. What do you guys think a good contract name would be? This will be our contract. 420. Not contract, super duper contract. All right, I think we have to do. Yeah, not 420.
Love it.
Type.
So
the difference.
Yeah, of course. So 721 is typically your standard 1-of-1 token. If you were to do additions, it would be numbered. And 155 is typically a token used for something like larger editions of the same image. So things like the open edition or the that have kind of popped out over the last couple of months. This was a majority of them have used the 1155 function. So on a platform like OpenSea, you'll see one token with multiple owners. So since we're going to be creating a claim page today, let's go ahead and do an ERC 1155.
All right, cool. Symbol.
So symbol is typically maybe an abbreviation of your contract name, or think about if you were to put yourself, turn yourself into a place on this, like a stock ticker. What would that symbol be? We can do like 420, not 420. Open to suggestions. Nice.
Smoke. So I think smoke is pretty good.
Smoke is great. Okay, and the ASCII art. So the ASCII art is pretty dope thing that sits as a signature for your smart contract. So, I don't know if you have one set up or if you want to create one, but
oh no, we need audience participation for this too. What image should we use? What should I Google right now? Do Pepe. Oh, I see a lot. All right.
That's so easy. All right. Okay.
We'll do it.
We'll do it.
Yeah, there is a nice. There's a lot of I think somewhere here, is there a link to different resources for creating ASCII art from an image? But I think I just used I just Googled one. There's this, so you can just drag your image in. Maybe.
Nice.
There we go.
Perfect.
So then, yeah, you can just copy it, and then we'll just paste it in here. Beautiful.
Awesome. So I think as we have a bit of time, I think it'd be nice to actually deploy this on Go Early, just so, or you know what? I think, you know what? Let's just deploy it on Mainnet. So early is usually used to test things out. The benefit of this is you can preview how the ASCII art looks, or if you want to change the contract name, you can just redeploy another Goerli contract. But things look pretty cool. If we're good, maybe we can just deploy mainnet.
LFG.
LFG.
All right, gas price predictions. Type them in. It's going to be 420. 420. All right, it's not too bad.
What was it?
57.02.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not great, but live with it.
It's been worse.
Okay, cool. So the cool thing about a platform like Manifold is that so Manifold will prepare the code for you, but it's actually you as creator that deploys this contract, so that provenance is always traced back to the creator. Great, and this will take a couple minutes. For anyone who has deployed a contract, does anyone have questions at this point? Just feel free to drop them in. Seeing a lot of 420. Thanks.
Lyndon, what do you think are like some of the key things to think about as creators go through this?
I always tell creators, I think it's more along the lines of what you're trying to do as a creator, and then try to figure it out from there. It's like, what is this ideal scenario? What is your dream? What are you trying to build? And then I think the technical components, I think as like tooling like ours gets better and better, we want to make this process simple as possible. How can we put descriptions on? Yay.
Deployed.
Okay, awesome. So if we actually click on that view on Etherscan button, so we can take a look and you can see that everything has been deployed. So we have the token tracker, we have a symbol, and then if you click on that contract button, yep, with the green verify check mark, there we go. I love it. I love it. Okay, so let's go ahead and deploy a claim page. For anyone who isn't as familiar with this concept, so there's typically two ways to distribute your token. The first one is kind of pre-minting your token. So you're minting tokens, and you're minting tokens to your own wallet, or you're airdropping it to another wallet. In this case, as a creator, you're the one covering the gas fees. For the other alternative is to deploy something like a claim page. So the cool thing about a claim page is if you're trying to distribute a bunch of tokens, you have a page set up, and collectors can go on this page and mint this token from your contract. So the benefit of something like this is that you as the creator do not have to cover these gas fees. So for example, if you're minting 1,000 tokens, you don't have to pay for the cost to mint those tokens and transfer them out. And today we're actually going to create an open edition, which is done through our claim app. So yeah, let's just go back to the home page. If you click on that Manifold logo, just to kind of help people familiarize themselves. So if you click on that apps tab at the top, so here you can see a bunch of cool mechanics that Manifold has built and some third parties have built. So you have our claim page, which we're going to be deploying. You have a burn and redeem, which allows you to burn some of these claim tokens or burn external tokens in exchange for new tokens. So we've seen a lot of really cool gamified mechanics going through this route. Something like the Nyan Cats. They've been able to gamify really, really cool components here. Gallery allows you to create your own single page auction. And then we can dig into some of these community apps. So Curate allows you to basically create a gallery of the tokens in your drops. Soulbound and Thanks, the variations of the claim page. So let's go ahead and hit the claim page. Cool. Awesome. And we're going to create a new page.
Sorry, my dog. Not
Okay.
impressed.
Okay, great.
So
So,
contract.
yep. Okay. So, yeah, did you have R prepared, or are we? What are we thinking here?
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna mint the VRM that the special VRM we're using here,
Okay, amazing.
just to show doing a 3D asset. So
Amazing.
yeah, we just drag in our file. This is just the GLB file that has the rig and everything. So people will be able to download it. And like you can see it there. It's a little small right there, but so yeah, I'll drop in the file, and then we'll also need a thumbnail. So I just created one for the occasion.
It's
And
lovely.
we call this guy just
Suggestions?
audience. What are we gonna call this VRM?
420 months.
It's perfect. Not VRM. That's probably fitting.
Nice.
And then external site, if you have one, we'll just leave it blank for now. But I guess most people probably put their Twitter there. You think?
Yeah, it kind of depends. I think a lot of times creators don't even put something there, but you can put your own personal site. Yeah, whatever you want.
Okay, and then awesome. Yeah. So one of the things I did want to show is adding in your actual VRM file. So once you have your VRM created, adding that into the metadata. And one of the best ways to do that is you want to add a new property in for hidden. And in the property name, you can just type this as a VRM underscore URL. And you want to host your VRM file on a IPFS somewhere. So like you can use something easy like Web3 storage, or I've used GitHub. It's not IPFS, but it works pretty well just to have everything like organized here. And this is also public, so a lot of these are all CC0 and people can use these. But just for the sake of this, I'll just use it Web3 for right now. So yeah, I just want to upload. I'll just drag in my VRM file. And then you click on the CID, and we want to just copy the URL that's right here. So you just right click on that, copy link address. And then I'm actually going to paste that into the value. So whatever you mint, this could, it doesn't have to be like a 3D model. This should be like a regular NFT, but you can attach your VRM to this token, which is really cool. And once this is adopted more by more platforms, like if you have this in your wallet, you'll be able to load your NFT or your VRM like right into that platform. So yeah, I think that looks good for now. I'll just go to next. And edition size, our edition price will just be free, unlimited. Do you want to talk about like the start dates and stuff at all, or any of this stuff?
Yeah, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Here you can set, as Neon mentioned, the price, the supply, the start date, end date. The cool thing is you can also create a whitelist here. And we're going to be working on these features more and more just to make it easier for creators. Yeah, and then maybe set like a day or two.
Yeah. And then setup page, you can do your claim page.
Yeah, just not for 20.
Hold on one sec. I have to keep on getting blocked out of my ledger. I'm logging back in.
Okay.
So yeah, this will be the URL that you will post or send out or whatever on Twitter for people to go to your claim page.
Awesome. How does it look to everyone? Can we get another dance wave?
Do you can you talk about the subscribers part? I actually haven't used that, but like, is that people use their email? They like
Yeah, so
follow
this
you?
is a newer tool. So once you've deployed the claim page, you'll actually be able to see that there's this. You can subscribe to different creators. Yeah, and basically you'll have a list of collectors who have subscribed to, and we'll get like an update if you want to update or notify them every time you drop. So this is something we're going to slowly be building out, but it's ways to kind of further engage your creators. So you're not just tied just to Twitter, or that you can just give more kind of wholesome frame of everything as you create your work.
Okay, awesome. So I'll just go ahead and publish. Yeah, I think it's pretty amazing what you guys have done. I think I know when I first got into NFT stuff, the thought of creating your own contract was like such a daunting thing, but you guys have made it so seamless
Big plus
for
one.
people to just like hop in and make a contract.
Neon, before you confirm that, because are we publishing this? Just want to make sure. Are we publishing this one, or we're using the other one?
Oh, yeah. No, we don't have to. I just wanted to run through the process for everybody.
That makes
Yeah,
It's not.
I mean, this is a good time to drop some alpha, right?
Yeah, I don't want anybody to mint this, so
yeah. So that's not
please do not mint this one. Yeah.
But if you are listening, there's some alpha. Is that we've hidden a claim for this avatar in the main, not NYC space. This is gonna be very much like where you already found it, to be honest. But Ready Player One. You know, sometimes you just got to go wander through the darkness and find yourself a claim. So there's a claimable avatar. You can get this very cool, not NYC avatar that both Neon and I have on. I don't want to interrupt the session too much, but we will make our way eventually over to the not NYC space, and we can all go on a little treasure hunt together and look for some surprises.
Yeah, so we already do have this one minted. We just didn't want to mint it a second time, is what we're saying basically for the treasure hunt. But hopefully you guys learned how to make your own smoke contract. So hopefully.
Yeah, if anyone has any questions or anything, always feel free to hit me up. Just lyndon0x on Twitter. Pretty excited to get this treasure hunt going.
Does anyone have
any? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Did anyone have any questions, or can you bring people up to talk, or do they just type in?
Yeah, well, they can request to speak. If anyone
cool.
has any questions, we can bring you up onto the stage. It's like lovely. Yeah,
it'd be cool. I hardly I never hear from people, so it's mostly just messages. But sometimes it's nice to hear from what people think. And
is my mic active?
Yeah, you're
yes.
You're live.
Hello. I guess, what are your most ultimate dreams for building avatars? Like, what would your end game be?
Oh, okay. So my dream specific for Manifold is that on this prepare token page, I just drop in a VRM file right here, and then it automatically just puts in, it uploads it to IPFS, and the VRM files, all the metadata tags are there, and then I just hit mint. So I'm actually minting the actual VRM file. That I would love that, just to be able to distribute that to collectors and stuff.
Is that what you had in mind with the questions, like, or are you talking more about Neon's?
I guess like more like I guess the nerdy side, but like I love the technical response, but I guess like would you want to be a giant mech or like what would
Oh, like what like me personally, what would I want to be as a VRM? Like that I would like to build?
Yeah. So you were saying before that you were also like the creator of some of those the models, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I kind of just like I look at, you know, people's projects and like find projects that I like. I built like the cyber brokers for Hugh Views. I think she's running around in here actually. She's the only one that has that VRM, which is cool. It's her actual the NFT that she owns of the cyber broker. And yeah, no, I kind of just like a lot of the Xcopy VRMs, like I just try to find like characters that I like or projects that I like and try to make a version of my own of it. But I think like the thing that I enjoy the most is probably trying to recreate like Xcopy his characters in 3D, because it's a bit of a challenge, like trying to translate his stuff from 2D to 3D. And but I kind of enjoy that, like that problem solving.
You see kind of like a world where I guess like an interoperable state where there's like more personality baked into VRMs, like personalized, say like emotions and like dance moves and like walk cycles and things like that.
Yeah, like I mean, me and I work a lot with the eclectic method. Like we do all this stuff. We're building the Grift district is going to be like our nightclub space that we want to build, where people can, you know, bring their VRMs and we can have like parties and live music and stuff and host people's launches and stuff like that. And I really, yeah, I really agree with like what you're saying. Like I think pushing the people being able to use their VRMs to push like a story or, you know, create their own like animations. I would really love to see that, like whatever their character is. Or
yeah, I think that like because we have like across our collections we've got humans and then we've also got animals, and I feel like even just the rigging I guess like states of everything being like a humanoid type rig has been limiting. So I feel like in the future it'll be interesting to kind of see like the more like breadth of being able to like run around on all fours, given the
once we get past like it's not just a biped, like we can have like animals and, you know, crazy robots or like spiders that have, you know, 8 legs and stuff that are actually moving around. I think that'll be crazy and just open up like a whole nother dimension of all the VM building.
exactly.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Like I'm really glad that oncyber opened up, you know, people adding in their custom VRMs, and it's nice that there's a limitation to it too. Like I think is it 8 megabytes that is the limit for?
That is currently the limit. I think we're playing around with kind of all the settings just to make sure everyone, you know, will have a good experience.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think like for me, optimization is like that's kind of my main focus now. Is just like making optimized avatars that are, you know, that you can have 100 or 400, 500 people in a space, and you know, you're not crashing out or getting disconnected. And yeah, no, I think it's good that there's a limit to it.
Yeah, I mean, you put out very high quality avatars, so it always works well. And I saw a question come up. I mean, I think where he dropped it just around like how we as oncyber will like integrate and leverage like these mints from Neon and other artists that are kind of minting to their own contracts. And we have plans to integrate that. So then if you do mint this, you'll just be able to select this right from essentially like your inventory or backpack. And there's other metaverses that are doing this too. So I think it would be very common approach. So that'll also be a cool part. Like we'll go out after this session is done and everyone can look for the avatar. Eventually it'll just show up for you. You can click and wear it.
Yeah, it'd be cool. Like it'd be cool to do I don't know, maybe in the future we could do like a session on like actual building VRMs and like how, like what that process is like. Yeah, actually I use like I use Unity for just for the plugin of Unity, the Uni VRM. Like just to generate all these, but like these are just some of the avatars that I made, like summer and
Yeah, you're so Neon.
like I don't know. It'd be cool to go through that process too, because I think, yeah, the check is huge. Like he's actually, I think he's scaled inside of oncyber, but
yeah,
like,
well, that's
he's actually like massive. Like if you saw him on the street, you'd be like 20 feet tall.
Yeah, you should see Richard right now, even sitting down. He's bigger than everyone else. But yeah, would love to do that avatar session with you too. Circling back to questions in the crowd, does anyone else have questions for Lyndon or Neon on kind of the manifold process, minting process, avatar creation? Karyagar wants
VRM URL part again? Yeah. So someone asked about the metadata part. So basically what I was doing was I was uploading my VM file to some IPFS storage, right? So I just in this example, I used Web3 storage, but you would upload your file, and then when you click on it, you want to copy the link of the VRM file. So I just copied that link. And then in the metadata properties of your prepare token page, I just added a hidden trait, and then I just type in vrm.url, and then I just paste that value in there. And this really could be like anything. It's just specific to whichever platform will support it when they see that NFT in your wallet. So VRM URL seems like a good like standardized one, but like any platform can change this to be whatever is supported. So
yeah, totally. Lyndon, do you want to pick up that question in chat?
Yeah, but the on-chain, actually, I just dropped a link. We have a pretty great docs section that you can check out. Yeah, here it is. So you can, and then we've had examples of this in some of the claim pages where people have done on-chain token through the claim page or the tokens. But yeah, read through that. Let me know if you need any help. Happy to always chat. Thank you. I was just looking. Yeah, as Neon just shared, so we have our docs, which might be helpful to any creators who are going through this now. I think the case studies are quite helpful. So a lot of times some users don't, like if they're trying to do an open edition, they might not be aware that they need to click into something like the claim app. And here we have all these different things that people have built with Manifold that will be helpful for anyone to really go through, because there's a lot that I think people aren't aware of that Manifold supports. So for example, like our Shopify integrations. More recently, we allow for purchases with credit cards. So if you check out the open editions, you'll see our most recent drop with the Bruce Lee Foundation. So yeah, little things like this that the case studies will be helpful in pointing out. Cool.
And then a couple more questions in chat. Maybe Neon, I think the first one's directed to you if you're aware of any 3D groups, and then maybe back to you for the second one.
3D artist dedicated groups on Twitter. Not that I'm trying to think. Not really. I think most of the people that do 3D, they usually just tag me or like ask me questions, or I retweet their stuff. Like you kind of just get to know the people that you really enjoy following and stuff. Like I'll have to get back to you on that. I'm sure that someone's created like a list or something on Twitter for of the 3D artists and stuff. But yeah, if you have any questions, like you can totally just like ask me on Twitter, and I'll try to get back to you about any of this process stuff, or like VRM building, or minting and stuff like that.
Nice. Yeah, the hidden trait. Is hidden trait something like unlockable? No. So hidden trait is more like an Easter egg. So how you find the hidden trait is if you were to look at the token's metadata, you would see all that there, and it's available for everyone to see. So we get people like adding some thank you messages. So if you're doing an airdrop to a bunch of family and friends, you'll do like a little thank you message. Some people might have some rules hidden in there. It's just more, it just allows you to add some more functionality and things people can dig deeper into. So not unlockable.
Yeah, another cool thing too is like if you mint, you can mint a token, like it doesn't have to be an open edition, but like it could just be a 721, but or yeah, maybe it is an open edition, but basically like if your collector has that, you could update that metadata of the VRM. So like over time, maybe the VRM changes, or like they see like your upcoming VRMs, and it's a cool way to like distribute people like your work.
Yeah, totally. And it just makes it so easy for everyone else to access. Sweet. Okay, well, Lyndon mentioned Easter egg Paladin punks. I saw you mention manifold claims work well on oncyber. I think we use that as a segue to go on a little search. So why don't we all, if Lyndon, Neon, you guys are good, why don't we head towards the door and start our search?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for showing up.
Thank you everyone for coming. As always, just hit me up if you have any questions. I really appreciate everyone being here.